guys, Ryan here again for BSG Trek Fan 88. This is going to be a two-part video. First and foremost, I have acquired the Nikon 55 to 200 millimeter telephoto lens with VR, and then I'm also going to talk about my lens that's coming in the mail. But first, I would like to wish all of my subscribers and anybody that watches this, but mainly you guys who know me, and also subscribe to me on my Facebook page of From the Earth to the Moon soundtracks, which I'm still very proud of. I'd like to wish all you guys a Merry Christmas. I don't know what you guys are grateful for. I'm grateful for having a family and some close friends of mine and the ability to do what I do. I had a job for a while where I was making a lot of money, and I don't have that job anymore. I lost that 2 years ago this coming May. So when I was working there, I was making decent money, which allowed me to buy, all my cool computer equipment and learn everything that I know now. Also learned it on my own, and I bought my Nikon D3100 with a job that I just got fired from a few weeks ago. That was my self-Christmas present. That I sold my old Panasonic camera and a couple other things, so I really didn't pay for it out of not business, out of work money, but I still consider it an expense. But anyway, so I'm thankful for having the ability to go out and shoot pictures or use my telescope or any of the other things that I like to do. And I thank you all for commenting and asking your questions or simply saying great job on the videos. With the exception of a few of them, I take pride in a lot of the stuff that I do. And if you haven't seen it yet, go back and listen to the From the Earth to the Moon soundtrack. It's not easy. People think I just take the dialogue away from the soundtrack, from the audio track. It's not easy. Sometimes I have to go back, and I don't have Adobe or whatever the hell it's called. I don't have the movie editing programs that you think I would. I only have Windows Movie Maker, and I have Audacity, and I have a couple other simple programs, but I combine them all, and it gives me the options and the abilities to do what I do. And sometimes I have to go back in time and loop the same section of the miniseries. I think the most was 7 times to get all the different audio and musical tracks. Anyway, give those a listen. Anyway, again, just Merry Christmas and thanks for following me. So anyway, hopefully this is in focus. This is the Nikon 55 to 200 millimeter VR lens. It picks up right where the kit lens ends, which is what I'm using on the Nikon right now. The kit lens goes from 18 to 55, and then this goes from 55 to 200. This is a great lens to buy if you're a beginner. I am not a pro photographer. I would consider myself a prosumer, kind of in the middle. I've done a lot of research. I test a lot of things in store. I read a lot of pro reviews. I know a couple people who are into photography, so I know quite a bit. I wouldn't say I know everything. I use Adobe Lightroom. I've recently started using that, and I'm still getting the hang of it. But I research the crap out of everything I buy. Those of you that have seen my Acer review, everybody keeps asking me questions because I just research things, and not everybody has the time to do so, which is fine. I mean, simple questions like, what size screen is it? Okay, seriously, what size screen is it? You get the idea. As you can see, this is at 55 right now. The lens cap's on, and the rear element cap is on. This lens extends, not the longest I've seen. That's what she said. But this is at 200. 105, 85, 70, 55. So it doesn't extend that much. It weighs a little bit more than the kit lens. It's actually surprising how light this lens is. On the D3100, and I'm assuming the 5100, which is around the same weight, it adds good, it makes it balance pretty good. I don't like the kit lens where you have to rest your hand. When I hold a camera, I'm left-handed, but I do everything righty. So when I hold an SLR camera, it's very hard for me to hold it, like underhand. I find myself doing this, which you shouldn't do it that way. Obviously, you want to be able to balance the camera and steady it, and of course, zoom in and out. So I'm slowly but surely getting used to holding it this way, even though it kills my wrist. I keep doing this, right? It should be this, you know, whatever. Um, Obviously, it has, you probably can't see it, it has the autofocus and manual focus switch, and of course the VR switch on or off. I've found that these buttons, you know, when it's attached to the lens and whatnot, you know, it doesn't, it feels not cheesy, it just feels like it could be a little bit better switch, you know. Anyway, the picture quality I've gotten from this, you know, in varying ranges of f-stop 5.6 or, you know, 4 and 3. Or not 3, sorry, 5, 5.6, 6, 7, because this only goes up to 5.6. It doesn't go any, or I'll just say it doesn't go any higher. Obviously, f-stop is, you know, the aperture. If you have a higher number, the less light goes into the camera. I'm gonna clean this. I've gotten great results with this at any distance. When it's fully extended, it's not quite as sharp. My nose is itchy again, sorry guys. It's not quite as sharp. It's sharp, but if you zoom in a couple bits, you know, not 100% zoom, but maybe 50 zoom, you'll notice that it's not as sharp as it could be. But for the price point of, this is on Amazon right now for 150 bucks. Grab it, but normally it's 250. It's a good solid picture quality. Obviously, it's not going to be the same as the $2,000 or a $1,500 camera lenses. I don't know how people afford that, but whatever. The focus ring, let me put it in manual. The focus ring is actually not like the kit lens that you're used to probably. It's not here. The front doesn't move. This that I'm moving right here, this is the focus ring. So it's an internal focus, which is nice because you have this giant front element sticking out. You don't want to have to play with all of that. That's what she said again. Comes with a lens hood, which is just, you know, just solid plastic. And I mainly use the lens hood not for the glare and all that shit that it's supposed to protect against. I use it because it protects the front element. You don't ever want to have to replace a lens because you bump it into something and you bend in the front or it cracks or whatever. You don't want to do that, obviously. So whenever you can use a lens hood, it may look cheesy, it may look stupid, it may look big. I mean, if you can find a smaller lens hood, I use it for protection from the front damage possibility. So all in all, I think that if you have an entry-level SLR from Nikon, like the D50-100 or my camera, the D30-100, which is being used right now, I think it would be a really good investment as your second lens, especially someone like me who had for a while now a very good point-and-shoot camera with a big lens, or sorry, a long zoom. You know, you get used to that, and when you get the camera with a kit lens that goes up to 55, that's a 3x zoom, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I can't zoom in any further. So this was a great addition. Real quick note, the VR works well. If you've seen my Nikon VR on and off review, it works well, but you really need a tripod if you want to get anything over, you know, 20th, you know, 20th, 1/15th, anything lower than that, you're going to notice some blur, no matter how good you are. You really need to steady the camera, which is why I bought a tripod. I'm going to Washington, D.C. January 5th, 6th, and 7th. If you're in the area and want to meet me at the National Mall and go photo shooting, you know, feel free. I doubt any of you will say anything. So yeah, great lens for the 150 price point right now on Amazon, or normally 250. I would recommend picking it up, especially if you're like me and you have the need to zoom. Build quality, it's okay, but obviously you get what you pay for. But performance in the end, if you take care of this lens, it'll last you quite some time. Once again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and if you have any questions at all about this, or the lens that's on its way in the mail, which someone bought for me for Christmas, which is the Nikon 35mm DX 1.8G lens. So I'll be reviewing that when it comes out too. Again, BSG Trek Fan here. See ya.